TigerFitness.com, here with the one that started it all, N.O Xplode, and this is the 2.0. This is their new version. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over what this product does, when to take it, how to take it, the side effects, what's in it, and then we'll pretty much have an idea of what you're getting into when you purchase the one that pretty much started the pre-workout category, N.O Xplode. This is the product that catapulted BSN to a can I multiply that a few times, $1 million company that has since been purchased by Glanbia. This is the product that built their company. From that we saw Syntha 6 and other products come through BSN, but this is the one. This is their baby. This is the benchmark of BSN. I'm a fan of BSN. I always have been. All those guys over there, I've known them since they were a small company and I was at Weeder Publications. And it was a pleasure to work with them throughout the years while I was at Civation. They were just gentlemen. So with N.O Xplode, I'm going to go over the ingredients first, and I'm going to actually go over them as a group because there's a lot of ingredients in this formula, and that's a good thing. I mean, if you look, this bottle's full. They definitely make use of this. First we go over, they have this effervescent delivery system. Now, I look at it like Alka-Seltzer. You take Alka-Seltzer, it gets pretty quick. And that effervescent delivery system, not only is it cool, it looks cool when you're drinking your drink, and I personally like the taste of a fizzy formula, but it could definitely have some benefits in its delivery, and people have been taking this. When I see a product that's been around as long as N.O Xplode, I think this means people are buying it over and over and over again. So something to be said about that delivery system. Now, we're going to go over the formula. One thing you're going to notice is they do have a little bit of carbohydrate in BSN N.O Xplode. Now, the carbohydrate comes from glucose polymers, modified glucose polymers, or maltodextrin. Now, what that does is it can act as some form of transport aid. And really, when you're training, you're going to burn through that really quick. You're looking at, even if you took 3 scoops of this thing, only 18 grams of carbs, 6 grams per scoop. Not that much, not anything that's going to ruin anyone's diet, unless, of course, you're ketogenic. But if you're on a ketogenic diet, you'll probably burn through those pretty quick because your body is starving for some carbs at that point. So again, that is one thing about this formula. It has a bit of carbs, but you know, you can argue for its point. Now it also has beta-alanine from carnosine. Carnosine, beta-alanine, increased time to fatigue. It basically, beta-alanine will help your body increase its carnosine levels. Now what that's going to do is increase your time to failure on sets. It's going to increase your strength, increase your performance. Carnosine is the only brand of beta-alanine you need. It is the patented brand. It's the brand I recommend. Dicreatine malic acid. Creatine attached to malic acid can't really go wrong. Like citrulline malate, this is creatine, but it's bonded to a malic acid. I like that. Malic acid is part of the Krebs cycle. If there's any other creatine other than monohydrate, I recommend. It's usually dicreatine malate or creatine HCl. Then you go through its whole other things, such as even sodium bicarbonate, baking soda. What that does, it's a buffer. That's a good thing during training. Problem with it, you take too much without these synergistic other ingredients, might give you a tummy ache. In this formula, in the amount it's in, it's not going to give you a tummy ache, which is why I really like it. They got other creatines in here which can lead to increased uptake of the creatine. Different kinds of creatine. Again, creatine works. You attach it to other molecules, it might work a little better. Cinnulin PF, which is a cinnamon bark extract, helps with the insulin potentiation. It helps your body basically absorb that creatine. Going to the enterotropic explosion. Now this would be for your brain. Tyrosine, love it. First time I took stimulants, I didn't feel it. I thought I was immune. Then I read an article by Lyle McDonald back in the day about taking caffeine with tyrosine. First time I ever felt a stimulant, and that is in here. You have L-tyrosine, alpha-ketoglycolic acid, vinpocetine, which is great. Again, this is a good product as far as focus is concerned. And then you have the nitric oxide version of it. Arginine alpha-ketoglutarate, AAKG, again for that nitric oxide increase. Citrulline malate. Citrulline malate, this is the bonded form from what I can tell. Phenomenal. It actually converts to arginine in the body better than arginine itself. Big fan of citrulline malate, which is why I included it in every single formula I could when I was at my old company. You got L-histidine, which is another thing that works well with the beta-alanine. Again, this is a good nitric oxide. This is the original nitric oxide formula. They just improved it a little. You got the phosphoelectrolyte composite, which is an electrolyte blend. Electrolytes, very essential in athletes. And the glycerol polymer complex. Glycerol stearate, again, glycerol will help to make the muscles full, help to encourage the pump, the blood flow. I like that. Now, I am going to stand behind the fact that this is the coolest label ever, because they can fit something here, and then they can fit something here. And that's really but I tore it, but it's okay. The thing about this product, it's been out for the longest time. It's had more good feedback than any. I remember when it first came out, people were raving. It was the first of its kind. They've made it even better. It is more powerful, and I've tried this formula, and I will say I felt it. So, on to the next one, side effects. Anything with arginine, some people might have side effects from. Because of the arginine, some people, very few get cold sores or something. You can offset that by taking another amino acid called glycine. However, very few people get that. Another side effect would be anything involving caffeine. Jitters, nervousness, irritability. Very few people get that, which is why follow the directions. Start with the lowest dose possible and work your way up. By the way, that was my Bill Cosby. Pudding pop! This will give you the workout pop. So, that is the side effects. Again, if you notice anything, go see a doctor, go see your physician. And again, before consuming any dietary supplement, please consult your physician prior to use. On to who should take this. Anyone looking to increase performance, lean mass, explosiveness, and increase their weights. Increase lean body mass, decrease body fat. This is N.O Xplode. This is the product that started it all. This is the product that brought you the other pre-workouts. This is the product that brought you the category. Thus, Marc Lobliner with TigerFitness.com recommending N.O Xplode. At least give it a try among the other pre-workouts. TigerFitness.com, Marc Lobliner. Go train hard now.